So let me move this out of the way so we can actually see something here. And I'd like to just say, come on in, take a sip, let's wind down. Here we are, we're in Stuttgart. I got Shotzi with me this time. We're in the Bachelor Officers' Quarters. I know, sounds funny. A married couple, retired Army officer in the Bachelor Officers' Quarters with his wife. But it's just a naming convention that we Yanks use. And I'm visiting a clinic here, a series of clinics tomorrow. And so we're in the BOQ tonight. But tomorrow it won't be quite as drabby, or is what it is, makeshift. Shotzi's picked us a decent room out somewhere in Stuttgart, and we'll be there for a couple of nights. And I promise I will do my level best to create the most hospitable environment for our Friday grids coming tomorrow afternoon. Sorry it's so late. Been on the road for the last 4 hours trying to get to Stuttgart from Nordbayern, where we live in Weiden in der Oberpfalz. So yeah, about a 4-hour drive. We cut it down to about a 3.5, but still with traffic kind of, I don't know, left me a little punch drunk. But just got in, just finished the New York Times, and it was a bit of a doozy today, so we'll see what we got with the Guardian. But nevertheless, good to be here. I'm a little contorted and twisted into my seat to make all of this work, and my head's just barely bouncing around where the grid is showing. And as Shotzi pointed out, where I cut myself this morning shaving, I do this a lot lately, and then last week from that thing that's still there. I mean, the light just does horrible things, and this camera really pulls out all of the negative stuff. And it looks like I got into a fight, and I've become about 20 years older. It's very strange looking at that. Anyway, but I can assure you, I'm fine. It's just the scenario. I'll try to move around this a bit so that we don't get me hanging in. Where's Kilroy? Oh, there's half of Kilroy right there. So we'll try to avoid this at all costs. So let's open up the grid here, which has been open the entire time. I don't really have any way to announce it. Having a wonderful Puglia today. We brought with us in the ice chest, so here we go. But we have looks like we've got a Cryptic number 29713, and this is apparently set by me, Yank. Okay. Well, my name is Christopher. I am the Yank, but clearly Yank number 2. So it is what it is. I'll gladly share my name with the setter or let him have it. Maybe I'll just be Yank 2. I don't care. But nevertheless, let's take a look and see what we got here. It's a little awkward, but it's okay. Okay. In speech, do away with troika. Oh, wow. Okay, this is going to be one of those days I could just see already. Accessory involved in sex traditionally. Accessory involved in sex traditionally. Run around center of Livery Hall and tour Mayfair, say. Touts divorcee's upside down position. We're not going to give me anything, are we? Royals, EKG, clearly doctored. All right. Spruce infested with bugs, reportedly. Get hold of jailbirds said to be connected. Gotta give me something, come on. Collected round bottom of cesspit and turned rotten. Collected and turned rotten. I say that because I think that is something that could be composted. That sounds like composted to me, because I think Yank I'm not going to take it personally, but I don't know. I don't think there's going to be anything that I'm going to truly get from the clues today so far, judging on what I've gotten so far. Get hold of jailbird said to be connected. Connected. I'm going to go with contact. I don't know how else to put it. It will fit, and that's what I've got right now. Bit of force dropping on Shakespearean eye donor. Eye of Newt. Double toil and trouble. Some of us happen to be Shakespeare majors. Actually, Elizabethan poetry. Modifying source of wastewater and rolling in it. Oh. Groupie herd to follow turkey. It's a joke. Okay, so now I'm thinking Tom Swifty, getting a little bit of traction here, just a bit. Modifying source of wastewater and rolling in it. I don't know, but rolling in it could be affluent. I don't know if y'all ever heard about the case in Plano, Texas. I think it was in Plano or Addison, same thing, really. Unless you're from Plano or unless you're from Addison. But it's like technically, right? You know, I'm from Fort Worth. You say it's the same as Dallas, I'll get offended. But in reality, it's the same thing. I mean, I get it. Just saying. But anyway, some kid got let off the hook for something terrible. I don't know, murder or something awful, because he said he was a victim of affluenza instead of influenza. He just grew up with too much money. Yeah, that went over like a... I don't really know how to put it, other than really just how the old saying goes. It went over about like a turd in the punch bowl. And people, they might try to be polite because it's your party, but you still have a turd in your punch bowl, and they're having to ladle around it and act like they're going to drink that punch, but they're not going to. They're just ladling around it, you know. Yeah, no, it didn't go over well at all. Tuffy at its heart, yuck. I'm going with ugh on this one. What did I do with this? No. It was supposed to be Tom Swifty. All right. Well, hang on. Did I get anything else wrong there? Composted, affluent, ugh, contact. Anyway, going back to where I was going here, where doll may be found in attempt to win young fellow heading off to Switzerland, and I think this is a toy chest. But it certainly wasn't going to work with my version of Swifty. So, Spooks center stage, dancing to... If I put my arm on the table or type on it, it moves the laptop, which moves the camera, which... I'm trying not to make anybody sick, especially for those of you watching on TV, which is about 27% of people watching. So, Spooks center stage... Dancing to Muskorsky's fifth, 6 and 6, and I can't help but look at this and say secret agents. So you had me at Spooks. So that said, lots and lots to flush, perhaps 1, 5, and 4. So I've got this G here. So I'm going to say this is a great deal. Or it could be a great mini. So we'll see what we've got here. Outstanding saltine crackers. Petitions withdrawing conclusion of suit. I guess these would be pleas. Sometimes in the States we call them the bargaining session. Let's see. Outstanding saltine crackers. Applaud end of cholesterol in fried food. Okay. Supply material for laughfactory.com. I honestly do not know. Bombshell executive in a pickle. Okay. Commit to each shelter rescue's value. Supply material. Applaud end of cholesterol and fat in fried food. Bombshell executive in a pickle. Outstanding saltine crackers. Outstanding saltine. Going with salient. Applaud, nothing there. Bombshell executive in a pickle. Supply material, no. What I find over time is if I let something kind of stew in my brain, I come back, it kind of maybe comes around, you know, I don't know. Stock component of a stunt flyer's tail. Stock component. Commit to each shelter rescue's value. Shelter rescues value. Pet perpetuate. Okay. I was having a devil of a time with the New York Times, and Shotzi was really concerned with what I was going to do with this, and she was very rightfully concerned. Bombshell executive in a pickle. Supply material for laughfactory.com. I don't know what the supply material could be to equip, or applaud end of cholesterol and fried food. It looks like we got a salute here. I don't get any of it other than the applaud part. Bombshell executive in a pickle. No idea. No freaking idea. Cooked old trees bark crafted into farm fare. It may order you to stop excluding Scotland Yard from fraudulent accident log. Cooked old trees bark crafted into farm fare. I mean, 6 and 6. Farm fare. Convenient device in section of meat market. River bird catches swallow. Seek supplements. Seek supplements. Seek supplements. So, like my Australian friends will say, they're on the dole, mate. In other words, they're trying to eke it out. So maybe ekes out. So I don't know. This Simpsons character goes both ways. Okay, we've got Otto here, I guess. So I don't know what this is. Stock component. Oh, maybe Great Ouse. Great Ouse. Stock component of stunt flyer's tail. Oh, okay, I see. Stock component. I don't get the stunt flyer's tail. I get the tail, stock component on the tail of the rifle. So it's the rifle butt. You know, we trained on the M16 rifle when I was in basic combat training and then officer candidate school, but then we moved to the M4 carbine, and I never fired a rifle after that except a civilian Browning. I mean, I had a number of Brownings. Lots of Brownings. I love Browning rifles and shotguns, but yeah, to go hunting, one thing, but as far as in the military, I only ever shot an M16, or the only rifle I ever shot was an M16, and that was a long time ago. Impressed with Ecstasy Rush. Okay. What have I got? Wow, I did not spell Great Ouse at all. Right. Ouse. All right, so, all right, let's see. It may order you to stop excluding Scotland Yard from fraudulent accident log. I haven't got a clue. Convenient device in section of meat market, and we've got impressed with Ecstasy Rush. Cooked old trees bark crafted into farm fare. Oh, you see it over here? The second word, 6 letters. So this would be fodder. And I'm assuming this would be animal fodder. And Shotzi just hit her something coming out of there. Bachelor officer quarters bathtubs. Dangerous. It may order you. It looked clean, though, or she wouldn't have gotten in it. It may order you to stop excluding Scotland Yard from fraudulent accident law. Oh, no.
I can carry my own Lysol.
You can, and you'll do a good job of it, too. It may order you to stop excluding Scotland Yard from an accident log. I have no idea. I don't know. Every time I get an idea, I think animal might be wrong. So, I don't know. I don't think fodder's wrong. It's all lining up, though. Maybe cattle fodder? Okay, so rush could be a stampede. And now I think the convenient device, what we would call this in German, would be ein Geldautomat. Let's see, so ATM. And this looks like an octangle, but I don't understand the clue or why the answer works there. So that's kind of a... Is this helping anything down here at all? Bombshell executive in a pickle. Why do I see sex pot now but not before? That makes perfect sense. Bombshell, pickle, pickle pot. Royals EKG clearly doctored. I mean, God, run around. Center of Livery Hall and Tour Mayfair. Say, I see the screen jumping. I see that, and I'm so sorry. I really am. I don't know what to do. I'd have to bring a roll of duct tape and baling wire to make this work when I travel. So please be patient. I'm trying. Nun gets broken arm. Touts divorcees up down position. I don't know what to do with my arms. I can't put them on the table. This is awful.
Wave them in the air like you just don't care about
I'm waving in the air like I'm selling cars out here. Like you just inflate me and I blow around selling cars. Yeah, that's what I'll do. In speech, do away with troika. I am not gonna let this beat me. It's just. No, I don't. I got this corner up here. This is not. Everything came together except for the northwest corner. I'm screwed. Spruce.
This is when it's good when you're live because people can help you.
Infested with bugs, reportedly. Run around center of Livery Hall and tour Mayfair. Well, this could be to hop, whatever this is. Spruce infested with bugs. Spruce? Maybe let's go with Natty. I mean, let's go with something here at this point. In speech, do away with troika. None gets broken arm. Is this... So you put that in a splint. If you have a broken arm, you put it in a splint, right? I mean, touts, divorcees upside down position. But I'm gonna have to go with touts. I think. I mean, the only thing I could think of with 6 letters would really be 5 letters with an S. To tout. Accessory involved in sex traditionally. In sex traditionally. So if you drop the S, you just went with EXTRA. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Put in extra. In speech, do away with choice. Touts, divorcees, upside down position of touts. If we're going to go with this T that I just pulled right out of my arse, I guess that could be to extol. And then we'll add our S. None gets broken arm. Royals EKG clearly doctored. Livery Hall and tour Mayfair. I'm going to put in gallery hop. I've been known to do that. Well, we've done that, especially in Amsterdam and in Paris. But does it just me, or does this look like Grace Kelly? At this point, I mean, I know she was a royal, but I don't understand how any of that works out. And this looks like a Sten gun. None gets broken arm, Sten gun. I've shot one, and I've shot a Jimpy, by the way. I did that in England, as a matter of fact. They brought out the old stuff, and it was cool. But that's like World War I, World War II stuff, and that was cool to do it. Is it right? I haven't got a clue. In speech, do away with troika. This looks like Slay to me. Don't understand a single bit of it. But it all lines up, oddly enough. But even if I get every single one of these squares right, Yank, you got me. You got me. Oh my gosh. I don't understand a thing. I was going off of every little thing that I could get, and half of it was guessing. Let's just confirm, check all. So, how did we do Bob here? I checked it twice. So, all right. I didn't spell perpetuate correctly. I will try that again and make sure it is perpetuate. Perpetrate. God, what was I thinking? Oh. Commit. All right, fine. Okay. Well, I'm sure Shotzi is wrinkling up like a raisin now, so it's probably time for me to go ahead and sign off. All I can say is, Yank, you did a good job of beating the Yank. Which is not that hard to do. I think this was a little overboard for that if that was your goal, but no, I'm not that solipsistic, believe me. I know that I'm not the reason anyone's creating any grids. So, class went long today. Sorry about that. However, I will say the subscriber count is going through the roof, and it's just an amazing thing. I promise you I will do my level best to have a much better scenario for tomorrow when it comes to the background and not here, not now. So until we see you then, I just want you to know that I appreciate every single one of you more than you could possibly ever know. It's always a pleasure, and I look forward to these more than you could really ever imagine. So as always, Cin-Cin. Until we see you tomorrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss, Servus, Grüß Gott, Ciao, Cin-Cin. Be well out there. We will see you on tomorrow. And try to be nice to strangers if you can. It'll stomach it. Cheers.